So when I say that, now next question is, how about the diets like intermittent fasting, keto, paleo, vegan, all of these? Let's look at them real quick and I'll tell you what they do, what they can't do. So probably you can check if that's for you. For example, intermittent fasting. Now, intermittent fasting is not a diet. Okay. It has nothing to do, it doesn't tell you anything about what to eat. Okay. It is very simple. It provides a time restriction and it shrinks your window of eating, which means eventually you actually end up eating less. A lot of late night snacking, all of these things go off the radar because you don't have that window. And this is how it works in a very, very simple problem. But here is what it is. It doesn't tell you how much to eat and it doesn't tell you what to eat. So what happens is, I know a lot of people, when they tried intermittent fasting, but they could not change the overall caloric intake or how much food they're eating, IF did not work for them. Or a lot of people lost some weight with IF, but then they hit a plateau quickly because IF doesn't also talk about what to eat. So how much to eat and what to eat are not taken care by IF. And even more problematic thing is it doesn't fit into most people's lifestyle. Now, if it fits into yours, you're doing it, it's working for you, that's awesome. But I'm talking to you if this is not fitting for you. Because if you like to go out for late night dinners with your friends, with your family, IF is not for you. It doesn't work for you in long run. And you know, in fact, as I told you, Dr. John Berardi, you go and check his page on Facebook, founder of Precision Nutrition. He is one of the oldest advocates of IF. He started eating his breakfast now for quite a few years, in fact, and he's quit IF as well because that's not sustainable way of living for most people. So if that's not for you, type in IF is not for me in the comment below. And as I said, what if you overeat in the 8 hours of window that you have? Or if you still eat a lot of carbs and fat, it does not improve your health. So eventually you're going to give up. And what's the point if you want to give up? You come back to the way of living that you are and you get the same weight back or even more. This is the problem with IF. Now let's talk about keto. Okay, keto is high protein, high fat. Okay, now the way it works is protein and fat have higher satiety signals, so you feel fuller with less food. That's number one. And second, it restricts your food so much that food like fruits, grains, dairy, and a lot of veggies are out of your you know menu. Now, if you have so many things out of your menu, you're left with limited options to eat. And when you have limited options to eat, automatically your consumption comes down. And it also puts your body into state of ketosis, where glucose is not available as a fuel, which is the internal part, and that really helps you lose weight. But problem with keto is one, it's not for everybody. Okay, you may actually not be able to survive, and highly restrictive. Most people cannot follow it all their life. Okay, plus anybody who's quit keto has actually put on more weight than they have lost using keto. So this is the worst part about keto. And the thing is, it takes carbs completely off the table. So if you're somebody who has sweet tooth, if you're somebody who likes carbs, you restrict and force yourself into keto, the chances of you sticking to it are very less. So that's about keto. Paleo, it emphasizes on unprocessed and whole food. So when you go this route, essentially most options that are available to you are out of the window, because what you have to end up is lean meat cuts, fish, fruits, veggies, nuts and seeds. Even dairy, not daily, dairy, yeah, my mistake, legumes and grains are out of the door. So most regular carbs are gone. For vegetarians, even getting enough protein is a challenge. Now, when it comes to implementing this for a lifetime, it becomes very big challenge, and that's why it becomes not sustainable. Now, let's talk about vegan quickly. Now, when you go vegan, you are avoiding dairy and meats completely. So just like any other diet, it reduces the number of options that you have for eating. And for most people, that's not something they can do all their life. Like I actually thrive on dairy and milk products. If you take dairy out of my food intake, then I have huge deficit which I have to fill. Very uncomfortable. I've tried that, but I can't do it. Okay. And what if you overeat vegan food? You can do that, right? It doesn't have that. So essentially, eating protein is good. Eating minimally processed carbs is good. Eating veggies is good. Eating fats in nuts and seeds is also good. Eating, based on your hunger signals is also good. But you don't have to give up your regular food options in order to live healthy. So if you just want to see how it works for you, this is how I always ask my clients to do it, and I'm sharing that with you. Like check what is sustainable lifestyle that you can have for yourself, and check if it falls into all four E's. Can you live without sugar all your life? If the answer is yes, awesome. Can you live without rice or roti? If the answer is yes, move forward. Can you give up on dairy completely? If the answer is yes, do it. Can you give up on carbs completely? Do it. Can you give up on meat completely? Do it. Or can you eat within 8 hours of window all your life? Do it. So before you start doing any diets, ask these questions to yourself and see if it fits into your lifestyle. And two, it also checks 4E options, because if it doesn't, your chances of doing it all your life are very minimal. Okay. So if the answer to this question is no, then you know that these diets don't work. And one or the other day, you're going to give up on that. And when you give up, you fall back on the original way of eating. There is nothing that you have learned or built. So the 4E part and skill building part is completely off, and all the way it comes back. Now let me share example of Sonia over here. She kept gaining weight in spite of exercising, walking, doing Surya Namaskar, all of these. And she was getting tired easily, running behind her toddlers, and started panting when she was doing it. And she had many myths like this. Oh, switching from rice to chapatis will help her reduce weight. Sweets made for jaggery are healthy because they are homemade, they're made from jaggery, and she won't put on weight. And this is what was actually stopping her. Homemade food is healthy. Wheat is healthier than rice, or rice is healthier than wheat, or any of these, or ragi is healthier than this. Now, that was not helping her. So, what we did was we made her health and fitness practical, achievable, and doable for her. Okay, with asking these questions and without resorting to any superfoods or torturing with some crazy diets, she lost 12 kgs of weight and she continues to maintain it. Okay. And she learned mindful and conscious eating, became a better decision maker. Think about it, better decision maker, which is a skill for her family as well in terms of health, nutrition, and fitness, because now she has toddlers to feed, take care of them. Now she knows what is better things to do. So you can do that as well.